YouTube, fight fans all over the world? It's your boy Real Talk Boxing, and we back at you again. Good morning to you all. Hope you guys are staying safe and you're blessed. Dillian Whyte, the fight against him, the rematch against him and Povetkin may not happen. Povetkin and messed around and caught that gangster, y'all. If y'all don't know what that gangster is down here in Texas, that's the name we give COVID down here, man. That gangster. And I'm praying for Povetkin, man, and, hoping for a speedy recovery. But it's not looking too good for that rematch. And I'm honestly not mad about that because I was a little weary about Whyte jumping back in there with Povetkin because we all know what happened. So with that being said, there was a short list of names that Whyte and his promoter Eddie Hearn came up with. And those names consist of Deontay Wilder, Andy Ruiz, and King Kong Ortiz. Now, out of those three fighters, there was one in particular that I thought was perfect. This is perfect for Dillian Whyte, and it just so happens to be the one that he's calling out, King Kong Ortiz. I did not want him in there with Andy Ruiz because Andy Ruiz would more than likely beat Dillian Whyte, and I think that Deontay Wilder is too dangerous for Dillian Whyte right now at this stage of his career. Now, a year ago, if you'd have asked me Whyte versus Wilder, I'd have said Whyte all day, every day. Wipe the floor with Deontay Wilder. But now, I don't know. Whyte is a very offensive fighter, and if you're an offensive fighter, you're going to leave openings to be capitalized on. And Whyte falls asleep in there, man. Sometimes he doesn't pay attention to detail, and he gets slept or hurt or wobbled or dropped, one or the other. And he has to fix that if he wants to be the WBC #1 challenger. Again, if he wants to be in that position again, he has to start winning. So when I heard the names on this list, I said, man, King Kong Ortiz would be a perfect fight for him. He's the older of the other two. He's slower, but he's still big. And he's still durable, and he's still dangerous. But out of all those three, I was praying that him and Eddie Hearn did the right thing and did their best to get Ortiz to fight Whyte. And out of all those three, I believe Ortiz is the easiest fight to make because Deontay Wilder ain't trying to fight Whyte, man. The only person Wilder's trying to fight is Tyson Fury, and it's not in the ring physically. It's in the courtroom. And I don't think Ruiz wants anything to do with Whyte because he had a chance to fight him. And I honestly think, in my opinion, kind of ducked him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know whether he just wasn't interested, it wasn't a big enough name, or he was afraid. I don't know. But, I mean, he had a chance to fight him, but he didn't. And I didn't want Whyte jumping back in there with Povetkin. I did not. So, Whyte, man, you got to start winning if you want to be back in the position that you were in. Because I believe Whyte has one foot out the door, y'all. I mean, if he don't win this fight, I think it's a wrap for Whyte, man. It's a wrap. Because I thought he was on a way to a victory against Povetkin. He had dropped him, twice? You know what I'm saying? So, to lose focus for that small amount of time and get slept, man, that's a hard pill to swallow. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's just the easiest fight to make with Ortiz. Because Ortiz is and nobody is really itching to fight Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? And Ortiz is always looking for a payday. And I believe Ortiz's name is slightly enough of significance for the zone to put on that fight. Because if you don't have two decent names, they're not going to put on the fight. Especially dealing with this pandemic. So you know what I'm saying? Everything has to line up. Everything has to make sense. And this fight against Ortiz, it's barely there. I'm talking barely. But it can be made, definitely, because the other two fighters, Deontay ain't trying to fight Whyte right now. His focus is on something else. And Ruiz, the same thing. He's not trying to fight him, man, because Ruiz could easily say that's not a big enough name, man. He just came off a loss, a knockout loss at that, devastating. So why would I want to fight him? But what happens if Ortiz wins against Whyte? That's huge for him. His name's thrown back into the hat. You know what I'm saying? So, it's do or die for both these fighters, man. More so for Whyte. You know what I'm saying? They're both coming off knockout losses. And they have something to prove. So, man, Whyte, Get it together. I'm always pulling for Whyte. I wouldn't be mad if Ortiz won, but I'm always pulling for Dillian Whyte, man. I am. And if he don't win this fight, if he don't get it together, if he don't sharpen up on his defense, if he don't stop being so lackadaisical every so often in that ring, he'll mess around and get slept again. Whyte, come on, bro. Come on, man. Put your thinking cap on and be a smarter fighter. Never mind my opinion. I want to know yours. Out of all three of these fighters, is Ortiz the best for Whyte? Who do you think Who do you think will win against Whyte and Ortiz? I hope it's exciting and fireworks of a fight, but we won't know unless it happens. Leave your comment below. As always, respect all, fear none, God bless. Till the next time, Real Talk Boxing, baby, we gone.